My name is Nihilego. I am going to kill your father. Prepare to die. According to my friend, Muslims are not allowed to have idols, which means they are not allowed to have figurines with a face. So, technically, at least according to him, technically, they can still have Pokemon stuff as long as the Pokemon without a face. But they're really strict about it. Like, they can't have a Lunatone or a Solrock because there is an impression of an eye. We're discussing is that the only Pokemon he's technically allowed to get is a Staryu and a Starmie. In fact, they could also have an Ultra Beast. There's like 3 Ultra Beasts: Bacephalon, Circuitry, and Nihilego, which technically don't have any eyes, nose, or face. And technically is the best kind of technically. So I got some details from the guy, and what he says is that he actually buys a bunch of plushies and stuff because his favorite Pokemon is Oshawott. And what he has to do is every time he has to take his Oshawott and stick him upside down in a pot so that his face is not exposed. Which is a different kind of technically you're not breaking the rules because you don't have any exposed faces in your house. But I think that's just worse than buying a Pokemon plushie that just doesn't have a face. Unfortunately, the Pokemon company really don't want to make Ultra Beast stuff. There's a little rant here, but the Pokemon company want to make money and that's all they want to do. So that's why if you see everything they make on their website, it's either like £200 figurines, which look good admittedly, but they're not worth £200. They are worth £200, but I'm not buying them for £200. Or it's just the cutest plushies ever, just Pikachu and Mimikyu and Eevee and all the small little boys. But the Ultra Beasts are designed to be ugly. They are aliens from a different universe. They are not supposed to fit by regular human standards of beauty. So they do not look normal. That's why they are the only Pokemon that fit into this specific category of Pokemon without a face. But because of that, there are no good plushies of Ultra Beasts. So in this one specific case, I am doing a good, even though it's technically breaking the rules. This is Cthulhu. It's straight up just an octopus. You count legs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just Cthulhu. Anyway, Nihilego is coming along. As you can see, the head is really uneven. So I thought I was just gonna bake it first and then add in the layer to like make it more smooth. I got the legs going. Obviously, I can shape them better, but this actually looks a lot like Nihilego. I sent the photo to a friend, and then they saw it like, what is this? And then like everyone instantly knew this is a Ultra Beast. So it's actually coming along really well, and it's wildly unbalanced, but it's technically balanced, and I can still like bend the feet so that everything fits. Honestly, like, it's coming along really well. Yeah, look at my guy. Look at my Cthulhu. I'm not gonna give you tips about Clay. I'm just gonna complain about Clay. I'm not gonna complain about Clay. Clay is fun. Clay is in a weird space where you do a thing and it looks like shit, and then you leave it for a bit longer, and then dust settles on it, and it looks even worse. But then you're slowly like building a shape, and it just like looks like a horrible monster. And doing anything is incredibly difficult because you push it too hard, it bends. You leave it for like too long, and it'll like slop down. If you stick it in the oven and it falls, it breaks. I have no clue what I'm doing. Nobody has any clue what they're doing when it comes to clay. It's really fun. Like, I'm really just locking in for an hour or 2 hours, going kneading clay and then sticking everything together, and I really had a blast making this. Especially since it's Pokemon, I have 2 things which I say I'm allowed to do. It's waifus and monsters, and Pokemon really is in that monster categories. So if you know anything about this Pokemon, it's supposed to be like this alien from a different dimension, and you don't really know much about the Pokemon because it doesn't communicate. Most Pokemon don't. But there's this character called Lusamine, where she dressed up her daughter to look like this Pokemon, Nihilego. Which is kind of fucked up, right? Like, your dream is to hunt the best butterfly in the world, and then you have a kid, and then you dress up your kid like that butterfly, which is kind of weird. A lot of characters in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are kind of based off Pokemon, like the Pokemon reflect their character designs. My favorite one is obviously Acerola. Her mascot character is the Mimikyu. Mimikyu is the Stone-away Pokemon. So Acerola is also like an orphan, and then the way she dresses is also in like a bunch of rags sewn together. Yep, it is just straight up done. I mean, look at that. It looks like the correct Pokemon. There's a lot of, well, not really. There's like some small mistakes, but overall it looks right. I think the hat's a bit too square, so I might change that up a bit. This is like straight up success. Come on. That's crazy. It's actually crazy that like it works. Like you can just make stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but it is really fun to know that you can just do things. Like you can just wake up in the morning, sit down in front of your desk, and just do a thing, and then at the end of the night, you just got it. The problem is, well, not really a problem, because the hat is a hat, and the hat goes all around, but the base is not very stable, so it keeps flopping. When I first took it out of the oven, it fell. Now the back is cracked, so I'm gonna have to somehow fix that. So I put a bit of super glue to hold it in temporarily, but you can see there's a massive crack. So for the back, but you don't really see the back, so it doesn't matter. And I need to sand everything down, and then maybe I'll make the head more bulbous. But it's done. Like I don't understand. It's crazy that it just exists. My name is Nihilego. I am going to kill your father. Prepare to die. So yeah, here's some nice 360 videos around it. I gave it to my friend. He was very happy. He had no idea I was making this for him, so it showed up at his doorstep. Not really, I gave it to him by hand, and he's very happy. I think he says he wants to go home and spray paint it, so it's up to him. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you make your bed every morning. It's quite an important part of living a good and healthy life, and that's just having that regular repetition every day to make your bed in the morning, no matter what. So if you're sick or you're in a rush, just make your bed in the morning. Then you come home from work and then, wow, you see you have a nice, properly made bed. And it's actually a really good mental health thing.